Hey everybody, John the Other here, obviously, and this is just going to be a very, very quick video. There's a thing that I've seen some reporting on in the non-mainstream news channels online. The Black Lives Matter activist, and it'll typically be female, will walk up to a cafe table or a restaurant table and demand that the person either pay them or make some statement of solidarity, including raising your fist, raise your fist to show that you're with us. And of course what they're asking you to do, or demanding that you do with the threat of violence behind it, is pledge your allegiance to a violent, ideologically and morally reprehensible criminal shakedown. You are being asked to compromise your values. And I can't tell you how you're going to respond to that. Everybody's going to be different. But let's just assume that you have the integrity and the mental and intestinal fortitude to not immediately buckle when somebody tries to physically intimidate you. Should this happen to you, you immediately stand up on your feet when some BLM ding-dong walks up to you and demands the money or a signal of pledge, or that you stand in gesture, or that you pledge some kind of claim of solidarity. Before you respond, before you talk to them, before you ask them a question, before you try to explain anything, which is a bad idea, immediately stand up. And the reason I say that is that these BLM activists, the ones who are doing this, the ones I've seen are typically female, are not acting by themselves. They have enforcers with them. The enforcers might be standing right with them, or the enforcers might be standing out of your view. So you think that you've just got one, perhaps small of stature woman yelling imprecations and threats and demands at you, when in fact you've got her plus 2, 3, 4, who knows how many. And you need to be on your feet, not sitting in a chair, which puts you at an enormous disadvantage, and you're about to get physically rolled. You're about to get attacked. So whoever you're with, grab them by the shoulder. You stand up, your partner, your friend, your dinner companion, stand up. And I would suggest, rather than engage, you immediately leave. And the reason I say that is that the physical component of this, which is going to come initially from the female antagonist in this particular restaurant shakedown, whether you respond with physical force back, or whether you simply smile like a simp and take a punch, all the men who happen to be around you, whether they are on your side or not, are going to be on her side. Because as soon as there's a physical altercation involving a woman, men turn into idiot simps, and you will have to fight off not just her, but you'll have to fight off her and like 3, 4, 5, 6 guys who are not even standing in front of you, who might be behind you. So, number one, if this happens, get on your feet. Number two, exit the situation immediately. And now, if you don't want to flee the situation and you have a charismatic or a commanding personality, or a lot of energy, a lot of personal presence, you can debate it, but get on your feet first, because you want to be in control of your position. You don't want this person to be in the physically towering over you position of standing up while you're locked down in your seat, specifically at the disadvantage where you can be knocked over or physically, overpowered easily because you're seated, and so on. But get on your feet as soon as this happens, before you respond, That means if you haven't paid your bill, you can pay that bill later. If you have to deal with a ticket or a fine or something because you did what they might call a dine and dash, that's better than having to go to the hospital to have your jaw reconstructed. That's better than having to maybe go to jail because in the physical altercation you got the physical better of somebody and they went to the hospital or perhaps the morgue. So if this happens to you, number one, realize that the antagonist, the Black Lives Matter woman who might walk up to you, is acting with enforcers that you probably can't see, standing behind you, to the side and whatnot. And number two, get yourself the hell out of there right away. Anyway, hopefully this isn't too depressing and upsetting, but you need to be prepared. If this happens, get on your feet and move. Thanks very much, and as always, have a lovely day.